This is SoundOff, Louisiana's premier television sports show, coming to you from Barstool Sportsbook at L'Auberge Lake Charles. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
Welcome into SoundOff at Barstool, where you can sit back and enjoy as we
Yes.
try to right all the wrongs, right, in the world of sports.
I totally agree. We can sometimes.
I'm going to right your wrong.
You can, and I'm going to tell you more about the Saints,
I
too.
know you are. Hey, the best debate and counterpoints right here.
Yes, it is.
Plus, we need perfect clock management.
We will. We will.
Speaking of the New York Giants, I mean, there was some bad clock management in the NFL.
I did not
We
watch
won't get
that.
into any of that. All right, we got LSU, we got McNeese. We're going to get into some SEC and
Yes.
some Southland stuff. The Saints and the Astros
The
and
Saints,
Rangers,
huh?
Phillies and Diamondbacks. We might get into a little bit of that. All right, the crew is here at Barstool. Welcome in Guidry, Hobbs, and Cerro.
Yes.
Let's begin with the black and gold for the McNeese Cowboys. Open date. They're 0-6. You know how bad they are. I mean, every defensive category, they're near the bottom. They got number 5 Incarnate Word coming in here. Every offensive category, Incarnate Word is near the top. Is there any way, Mr. Former football
I'm going
player
to tell
from
you, I
LSU
got the
in
answer.
the
I have
NFL,
the answer. I
Can
have
they
it.
make a game of this?
I have the answer.
Okay.
That stadium, for them to have a chance at winning, that stadium has got to be full.
Well,
Like
it's-
Barstool?
It's got to be full.
I hate to,
Because you
That
know
ain't
what?
gonna happen.
As a
think it's
former
been
player, as a former player, if I walk out onto the field and look up, I've got a purpose now to play.
Well, here's a purpose.
Okay,
If
here's
I see 4 or 5 people in the stands,
Here's a purpose.
I think it's amazing they've had as many people
I do
at
too.
the games as they have.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
The fans have really supported.
They have.
Here's a purpose. Number 5 in FCS Incarnate Word. This is the Cowboys mini Super Bowl.
It is,
You
Rick.
should give them
It
your
is.
best shot, right?
That's my point, Rick.
This is it.
If that
Don't worry
stadium-
about the
if
fans,
that's-
just on the field.
Yeah, but if that stadium is full, Rick,
got-
as a
yeah,
player, I
all
got a
right.
purpose.
I got you.
I mean, I got a purpose now.
and you had an open date to get ready for.
Yeah.
Because you
But-
know what that's going to say to the players, Rick?
But
if
to
that
Kevin's
stadium,
point, if he'll quit dreaming about this rabid full crowd for an 0-16.
I'm trying to give them hope, Scooter.
For an 0-16.
I'm trying to give them hope, Scooter.
I'll give you some hope.
Look, if they walk out that tunnel and they see people in those stands,
Kevin, that's not
Rick,
going to happen.
But look, this is what happens, Scooter. If they walk out that stadium and look in the stands and see there's nobody's there, Rick, why am I even here?
Oh, yeah. It's
Why
a
am I
downer.
even here,
It's a
Rick?
downer. I got it. It's a downer. It's
Well,
here-
a lot of
here's-
teams have to do that. Now, and that is, as we look ahead, that is, that's an advantage McNeese has in a rebuild. Because at least McNeese has hope. Because the crowds they did draw early and have historically tells you it can happen.
Yes,
there.
yes.
But
Yeah.
you've got to win something.
Yeah, you
have
got
to win.
You
You
got
have
to win.
Yeah.
And if you do win, you'll get your full crowds.
Here's some equation for a competitive game. All right, the offense has to find a niche that they're doing well against that Incarnate Word defense, which is still pretty good. Obviously, they're number 5 in the country, and then really exploit that and sustain some drives to
Third
keep
down.
that Zach
Keep them on the
Calzada
field.
offense off the field and convert some third
Right.
downs and get something. And
I
that's
agree.
how you're at least in the game. And of course, the defense
agree,
needs
Rick.
to do the same thing,
Look,
get off the field
I agree.
as best they can. And I know
And Rick,
it's a big ask.
at this-
it's a big ask
at-
against this quarterback.
At
Well,
this
let's-
point
let's
right now,
move on.
at this
I
point
mean,
right now,
McNeese is not going to be Incarnate Word, but
Can
if
you-
isn't Incarnate Word? No, that's Houston, huh?
Houston
Christian
yeah.
has the CVS on one side of the field.
That's Houston Christian.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's Houston.
yeah.
look,
okay.
Rick,
Stop
let me say
picking
this:
on 'em.
if you at this point in the season right now with no wins,
Go get your prescription
why
filled.
don't you just throw the kitchen sink?
Well-
I mean, you don't want to look desperate, but Rick, look where we're at right now.
Well, what
look where we're at.
Coach Goff is going to do, he's going to play more youngsters. He's going to play more freshmen. You might see this true freshman quarterback, Cam Six Killer from Oklahoma. What
Yeah.
a name for
Yeah.
a quarterback.
Yeah.
You might see him if the defense is sputtering. He needs to get him some experience. That kind of leads you to think, well, okay, is that throwing the kitchen sink out there?
I mean,
or is he
Rick,
playing
why
to
not?
lose?
you don't
and
have
I'm
no other
usually-
reason not to.
I'm usually not in favor of that. I think you got to give every season its chance.
I agree.
But in this case, it's been so bad.
Yeah.
Now, I guess they got to play one more game before you can empty everybody without fear of burning red shirts.
Right. 4 games max. 5 games remaining. Yeah. All right. So, look, a pathway to a win. It's going to be extremely difficult.
It is, Rick.
It is. Playing more youngsters. You got an offense that isn't doing well. You got a defense that isn't doing well.
If you keep the game close, is that a win?
Yeah, huge.
Okay.
Huge.
Is that a
This
win?
week, for sure.
Is that a win? If you
14,
keep it close, is that a
15
win?
points against number 5 in the country? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
It's a game for it.
move it on. I think we're in agreement. Golf's job is not in jeopardy.
No, it is not. Not in my opinion.
Cooler heads are going to prevail. But is any of his staff, are they on the hot seat? I mean, he makes that decision.
I haven't brought that up to him at midseason, okay? But this is my opinion. I've been covering this program on and off for a number of years. I think you're going to have to take a hard look at who handles the recruiting and who handles and golf is involved in all of this too.
Yeah.
They have to get better in recruiting and they have to get better in the transfer portal because they have missed terribly
Big
in
time,
the transfer portal.
Big time.
And some of the JUCOs that they brought in. Keep in
time.
mind, junior college players are playing in junior college for a reason, right?
Yeah, they are.
So, but that's for it's a good point. Further discussion after we get near the end of the year. So anyway, the pathway to a win is going to be difficult. We're getting rowdy here at Barstool Sports.
Astros
You can do
got
the same.
3
That's
outs.
right.
Yay.
You can do the same at the Max Bar and Grill at the National with the new dinner specials offered Friday and Saturday nights. Weekend brunches Saturday and Sundays 10 to 2. Daily happy hours from 4 to 7 with drink and appetizer specials. Live sports action always, and it's perfect to get out on the patio with the cooler temperatures. Check it out, the Max Bar and Grill in Westlake.
If it's a story worth telling, it starts with Getaways specializing in me time. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Escapes to soak the day away. And rounds on a course designed by Tom Fazio. Start a story all your own at L'Auberge Lake Charles.
Frozen faces, burnt hot dogs, finding silver linings in every season. You never forget the way some things taste. Great taste, 96 calories. Tastes like Miller time.
We're the attorneys Southwest Louisiana has known and trusted for decades. We fought relentlessly for our clients and won. We are proud to announce a new name based on our legacy of success. We are Lundy Law. The name may be new, but our team's commitment to pursuing justice for our clients has never been stronger. From personal injury and maritime cases to insurance claims, mass tort, and civil litigation, you can count on the experienced attorneys at Lundy Law.
What's bugging you?
Is it termites? The season is now and they are swarming. At J&J Exterminating, we offer some very effective weapons against infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Don't wait. Contact us now for a free inspection.
His name was Cain. He had a horse along the countryside. I saw him ride. One day they found him.
Alert to the bow hunters across the region. Bowie Outfitters has a big archery sale going on now. A lot of new product and inventory. You got hunting boots from Alpha Terra on sale. The light rubber 16-inch boots on sale for only $89.99. How about Easton arrows on sale, the 4 and 5 millimeter, and the full service bow hunting pro shop. Bow hunting setup, $75. Rig inspections, only $40. Paper tune, only $25. And of course, the archery lane is always open, $10 per hour to get your practice time in. It's all at Bowie Outfitters. Welcome back to Barstool Sportsbook. Perfect October weather.
It's perfect. Is this nice?
Oh my gosh.
Wonderful, man.
I know.
Sweater?
Contraband Bayou, get out and play some golf on the Tom Fazio design golf
sweater
course.
You got that Torrey Pines?
Torrey
sweater?
Pines, baby, greatest pro shop. Well, maybe not the greatest. Augusta has a
Pebble
pretty nice.
Beach, man.
Yeah, it isn't. All right, coming up later on, I'll tell you about an early peek on Will Wade and the McNeese Cowboys in basketball. Okay, you go see a Will Wade basketball practice, you may not want to take the youngsters. If you do, wear headphones. More on that later on in the show.
You
Fun
know
time
that.
over there.
You already know that.
All right,
okay?
the LSU Tigers, they're hanging in there at
They
number
are.
19. Not great, but they're 4-2.
But you know what, though?
Boy, you going to rag on them
Oh,
again?
he's not going to rag them.
48 to 18.
But if we just get past Ole Miss, boy, we're looking good.
I know.
We're looking good, man.
I know.
That is true. When they put together a game like they did against Auburn, and of course, Auburn and Ole Miss's offense are two different animals.
Totally different.
But that was a game that was right there for LSU, and they did not win
They
it.
didn't
If
do it.
they
It was right there.
did, they're in the discussion.
All right, so they're favored by 30 over Army. Brian Kelly, LSU doesn't have much experience against the military armed services.
Yeah.
Kelly does from his Notre Dame days.
Notre
He's
Dame.
probably played all of them, right?
Yeah.
Navy, Army, Air Force.
Kelly was talking today about it. You know, what do you think about when you think about Army? Forget the commitment and all that.
The beer,
Not
Howard
anymore.
wing tea or whatever, yeah.
No, they've gotten away from that.
I'm sure they have,
option.
yeah.
They almost had to. A rule change. I didn't know this till Kelly was talking about it today. There was a rule change this year where you can't block below the waist outside the immediate tackle box. And it almost, well, you know, what Army, Navy, and all them do.
Yeah.
That's
it
what you would have to do.
I mean, it almost forced them to change their
Interesting.
offense.
I didn't know
Now, I did see Air Force, an Air Force game a few weeks ago.
Interesting.
And it seems like they've stuck with it.
Yeah.
Oh, home run Astros.
Anybody on base?
That would be an Astros home run early in the week.
All right.
We're here at Barstool, by the way, and we got the American League pennant race going on in the playoffs. All right, for the Army game, it's prior to the Halloween break before the Alabama game.
Yeah.
Look, it's a way for, again, the defense to continue to mark some strides and the offense to just get better.
This is the thing, Rick. If you're at a point in this game to where you're just putting them away, shut it down. Shut it down because you know you got bigger things coming up besides this game. Shut it down.
You don't want to embarrass the service academy, right?
Shut it down when we're good. When we're really good.
For this LSU
Scooter,
offense, Jaden Daniels
we
is
shut it down,
fantastic. The receivers,
When we're
the
ahead.
running backs, the O-line has been very, very good. But I'm a big tight end guy. Okay, I'd like to see, if I'm going to get ticky-tacky, I'd like to see a little bit more tight ends. You know, and they got a good one.
Rick, the thing is, Rick, I think that's allowed when the defense gives it to them. I think they take it. A lot of times, I do. You know, I do.
How many catches does Taylor have?
When they give it to him, he is a good tight end. He is.
He gets 2 or 3 a game.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I must have missed him. I must have missed him.
some.
But I like using the tight end. But look, when you're getting over 500 yards a game and nearly 50 points every week,
you want to spread it around more. I get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got some receivers that's right now, Rick, they are really showing up, man. These receivers for LSU. I mean, I'm impressed, man.
That's what I was saying.
I'm impressed, bro.
They did all that against Auburn the other night, and they had the penalties. They also had a few drops they hadn't had.
Yeah.
They had a few drops the other
first
night.
half against Auburn was a little.
Well, second quarter, really. I mean, it was
second
17
quarter. Second
nothing
quarter. You're right.
LSU, the biggest thing that I like about the receiving core guys, and this one they had those guys, Odell, Landry, and those guys, is yards after the catch.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's big.
No, you're right. You're right.
That's big, man.
Oh,
yards after the catch.
Kelly was saying today, and he's got a point. He said, I know LSU fans are a little spoiled because of the offense Joe Burrow and all.
He's still living in 2019.
Hey, man. Hey.
But he said, I don't know if this wasn't his exact words, but his tone was, this offense he's got right now is the damnedest thing he's ever seen. He said,
no doubt.
He said, don't take this for granted.
No.
But you know what's been a big improvement that, really gets lost? It wasn't like they were bad when the season started, but that offensive line has gotten really good.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
That offensive line.
I agree.
And let me tell you something that hurts the defense, Rick. As a former defensive back, when you got a quarterback that's 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, and you hold him, and we like, we got him, and he pops off 30 yards.
Yeah.
Man, Rick, that's a killer, man.
Yeah, they got to get more pressure on the quarterback.
That is a
contain.
killer,
But
man.
let me throw this at you, Mr. Defensive Specialist. Okay, we know about all the trouble with LSU defense. How much does that fall on the DC, Matt House? How much does that fall on him?
A lot.
Scale of 1 to 10. You say a lot.
A lot.
10?
8.
Eight?
It's him. He's putting players in position to be good.
Well,
if you don't put me in position to be good, dude, okay, we got a problem. But if you look, guys, this is how easy it is, guys. Perkins, and I mean,
keep
Perkins,
in mind their defensive line coach had to step down right for the seat.
Yeah.
No, step down.
No, step down. Okay.
For a medical deal, he's
Right.
chemo.
Pete is there now.
But Pete isn't coaching, but
No.
he's helping. They have a defensive line coach who isn't really a defensive line coach. They moved to special teams coach.
No, that's good.
Defensive line.
Pete may not be coaching, but Pete is coaching.
No, yeah, he is.
Okay.
But he's,
I promise you, that's good.
Yeah, that's a valid point. That's a valid point. I just want, it all starts at quarterback, and from a defensive standpoint, to me, it starts with getting, you don't have to get sacks on the quarterback. You got to pressure, you got to make him feel uncomfortable. And that front seven has not done it consistently well. And again, you mentioned the name Harold Perkins. Harold, he's got to
let him loose.
Well,
you got to let him loose.
Yeah, he
got to let him loose,
all right,
man.
we're up against the clock.
Yes.
Got to get good clock management. We'll be back to Barstool. Stay right here.
We're the attorneys Southwest Louisiana has known and trusted for decades. We fought relentlessly for our clients and won. We are proud to announce a new name based on our legacy of success. We are Lundy Law. The name may be new, but our team's commitment to pursuing justice for our clients has never been stronger. From personal injury and maritime cases to insurance claims, mass tort, and civil litigation, you can count on the experienced attorneys at Lundy Law.
Offer a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to homeowner preferences no matter where they are. Uncompromising, unmistakable Luxair. Learn how to become a Luxair dealer by visiting SolarSupplyLuxair.com.
Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Refreshing flavors. Crisp taste. Crafted with soul. Always refreshing. Always diferente.
His name was Cain. He had a horse along the countryside. I saw him ride. One day they found him.
Bowie Outfitters in Lake Charles. Kevin, do you know where Bowie Outfitters is?
Sure do.
Yes, Gerson Memorial Highway. If Kevin knows where it
Always.
is, you need to know where it is because the bow hunting sale is going on now. Got hunting boots on sale, getting you ready for the bow hunting season. The Covert Light Saddle Kit from Trophy Line.
Yes.
You get up in the tree, $339.99. Full service bow hunting pro shop, $75 for a complete setting. Rig inspections only for $40. And keep in mind, free bow setup if you buy a bow package from Bowie Outfitters. You get the whole bow setup for free at Bowie Outfitters.
Gotta love it.
All right. Because of our production schedule, the Saints playing the Jaguars on Thursday night. We don't know the outcome. We'll get into that in a little bit. I don't want to run out of time. SEC coaches after the midway point of the season on the hot seat. Here's my list.
Okay.
Number one, and I don't like seeing it because I love the guy.
Watch.
Arkansas' Sam Pittman.
He'll be fired before the season's over.
No way. I think they're like 2-4.
He'll be fired before the season's over.
He's doing as good a job.
How many years is he in?
Can. Not that many.
Boy, but he's got a great quarterback, though.
He's got a great quarterback, but not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot.
You know what?
But I mean, I think all but one game has been one score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Look what he did against Alabama.
Yeah.
Look what he did against LSU.
Now, he's on the hot seat. That doesn't mean he's going to get fired. I hope he doesn't. Number 2 on my list, Shane Beamer. At South Carolina.
I don't think so.
You think he's bought enough time?
He bought
like 1-3 in the SEC.
He bought a lot of chips last year.
Yeah, I think you're right. Coming off, it had a lot of promise.
Home run Rangers.
And then I'm just not gonna pound on him. But Jimbo Fisher.
You think so?
You are hearing more. No,
Jimbo, look,
They haven't made the turn. He hadn't gotten over the hump. This is the Aggies of Texas A&M.
And we was going to hire this man?
That's right.
The Tigers was going to hire this man?
Begging to hire him. But I am starting to hear, from people that cover A&M,
Texas, man.
that those big money guys at A&M, they're starting to at least talk about, but it's gone down a little bit.
A little bit.
From when they used to talk about it.
But
they're starting to talk about it. They're at least getting the hat out of the closet.
The experiment with Bobby Petrino, has it worked? I don't think it's worked. They're not getting any better offensively.
No.
All right. Let's get. That's just a hot seat.
That's a good 3.
I hope Arkansas hangs on to Pittman. I like the guy.
Good 3.
All right. Saints. When it comes to the New Orleans Saints, there's 2 things we know. The offense is just god awful. All right, especially in the red zone. And they're losing against teams that they should have really won. They should have beaten Green Bay, and they should have beaten Tampa Bay, and they couldn't. Come on, the Houston Texans, they're better. I got it.
They are better, but you're
Houston
right.
Texans not that good. Come on now.
You're right.
But this offense, you said it earlier in the week on Tuesday. This offense has moved this New Orleans team to mediocre status to a certain degree, and I'm going to buy in on that.
Mediocre's being kind.
It is being kind. They're averaging 18 points a dead-gum game with Derek Carr, a former All-Pro at quarterback, and again, Michael Thomas, who's staying healthy.
He is.
Olave, one of the best in the league.
He's showing up.
And Alvin Kamara and Taysom Hill.
I can't see how that's happening.
And Shaheed.
I can't see it.
I can't see it.
I mean, you talked about hot seat for colleges. You watch the Saints, it just does not look like a well-coached team.
I agree.
Because, Scooter, we were spoiled for so many. Because we were spoiled for so many years. Because we were spoiled for so many years. Admit it, guys.
I have to go back. I think you got to go back to the Archie Manning days. I'm serious when I say this. The Archie Manning days, and maybe at some point in between, to find an offense with this much ineptitude in the red zone.
Yeah.
I mean, this is awful. They cannot finish
the
drives.
latter part of the Archie Manning days, the Saints were pretty good offensively. It was defense.
Yeah.
I'm showing my age.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah.
All right. Derek Carr says missed opportunities. Dennis Allen says, I'm tired of hearing Dennis Allen, but self-inflicted wounds, the penalties of yada, yada, yada. And Michael Thomas says, look, we're just not focused enough on our jobs. All that's well and good. But we're 6 games in. And they're 3-3. And look, there are a lot of mediocre 3-3, that still have a shot at, I'm not saying they're out of the playoff picture by any means.
That's the thing. In their division, they're very mediocre's being kind, describing that division.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Saints, what's going to happen. They're going to end up 8-9 and miss the playoffs by 1 game.
Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that.
Look,
8-9 and missed by 1 game.
Hopefully Jamal Williams will be back for the Jaguar game. The offense will get a little healthy. All that shuttling in and out with the offensive linemen is a headwind. Yeah. We know about that.
That's
all right, so
NFL.
we'll see. We don't know the results of the Thursday game.
Saints have got to do better in the red zone.
Let me talk a little bit about McNeese basketball. I popped in. When I watch a practice, I usually get 20, 30. I stayed an hour.
Oh, it was entertaining, I'm pretty sure. It was entertaining,
at the Legacy Center watching Will Wade run a basketball. Guys,
it was entertaining, I'm pretty sure.
I'm serious when I say this. You have not seen a McNeese basketball team look, sound, and move like this 3 decades. I'm serious when I say that.
Really?
Now, granted, it's practice.
What happened 3 decades ago? Refresh my memory.
Well,
we didn't have. I'm not going to say.
I can't tell you what roster I'm looking at. Athletic ability, scoring from every angle.
Yeah.
I mean, attention to detail, work ethic. I'm not saying it's all there.
Let me say this.
I'm not saying it's all there.
Let me say this. When you look at that team, it doesn't look like a Southland Conference team, right? It looks like an SEC team, doesn't it?
It looks like a very good Southland team. Let's not get carried away.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Let's see how they do it on the court against a UNO
because I'm telling you,
or a Southeastern or a Corpus Christi.
That's the product Wade is going to put on that floor.
Well, that's what he wants.
I'm telling you.
And let me tell you with Will Wade. I mean, I watched him at LSU. I know. but he is in complete control.
Rick, look, let me tell you.
And boy, when he gets in,
but he won't
when
be
he
in
speaks,
complete control for the first
You're right,
games.
for the first 10 games.
10 games or 5?
10.
10.
This looks like a
season's
very
almost
good
half over.
This looks like a very good basketball. And they're picked number 2 behind Southeastern. Nothing wrong with that in preseason polls because Southeastern brings back a lot of.
Well, he's going to put a good product on the floor, I promise.
All right,
He will.
the Astros and Rangers. What is it? The first time ever two in-state playing for an ALCS. The Phillies are on the other side. This could be, it's 50 years, Hobbs, that you haven't had a repeat between two teams in the World Series.
Okay.
Last year, Astros and Phillies, it's been 50 years.
Astros better start scoring.
They better, it's 5-1.
All right, quickly, trivia.
What?
When was the last time this happened? You hit us with trivia last week that you had two teams repeat in the World Series. It's been 50 years. Who do you think it was?
50 years?
50
No,
years.
50 years?
50 years.
You got
All
5
right,
seconds.
I'm trying to think what year
I don't think
that
I was
would
even
be.
born.
You got 3 seconds.
That'd be what, 72?
You're out of time. Yankees and Dodgers, 1978. Yankees beat
Go
them.
ahead. You got him
We're
on that
out
one,
of time.
If it's a story worth telling, it starts with Getaways specializing in me time. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Escapes to soak the day away. And rounds on a course designed by Tom Fazio. Start a story all your own at L'Auberge Lake Charles.
Now's the perfect time to enjoy your amazing backyard. Unless you have a mosquito problem, contact the experts at J&J Exterminating and take advantage of $50 off initial service. Make this summer the best ever with J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah. What's bugging you?
Is it ants? They're crazy, tiny, irritating pests outside trying to get in. At J&J, we offer weapons to locate, eliminate, and prevent their entering your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.